Here's a thought. If you're thinking of buying a house, you better get to buying now while rates are still high. And I'm dead serious about that. Yeah, buy now while rates are still high. Because the minute rates come down, prices are going to skyrocket once again, and this ain't no joke. Please, if you're a professional, follow what we're talking about and share this with your database. It might turn into more transactions for you and actually better bargains for your clients.
Here's a graph of inventory, and it's low. We know that. Here's a graph of housing starts, and they're actually not all that bad. Really, with just a cursory examination, I'd say housing starts are about average. In other words, housing starts are not as low as one might think considering our inventory shortage. So what does this tell us?
The amount of inventory that we have for today is going to be about the amount of inventory we have for tomorrow. And the only thing that lower rates are going to do is push values up even higher. This is not an opinion. This is an absolute fact backed with mathematical certainty.
This is a fact. This is like numbers.
Why can we make such a boast? Well, it goes something like this.
Remember Beanie Babies, Tickle Me Elmo, those Eras Tour concert tickets? Oh, and don't forget the Cabbage Patch Kids.
That's right, that's it. Right there in a nutshell. That's housing. We don't need to drone on about it. Just remember, values fluctuate, but they always go up. Interest rates, well, they just fluctuate. So ask yourself, what's more important to fix permanently, the price or the rate? This one's really a no-brainer if you think about it for 2 seconds. Let's put this another way, because this is a problem. Rates are going to come down, and the second they do, the other housing cost, that being prices and values, gonna go through the damn roof. And that's the bad one to go up because it ain't coming back down.
He's not coming down.
And here's another point, and again, follow us. These are great talking points for you and your clients.
Look at the interest that you pay on your mortgage like this. They're rents against borrowing someone else's money. When you borrow someone else's house, you pay rent. When you borrow someone else's money for a house, you pay interest, which is effectively the cost to rent someone else's money. Get it?
That does make sense.
Your rent to occupy a house is going to go up and only up. We all know that. Right? Now, the rent that you pay to borrow somebody else's money to buy a house in lieu of renting it, you know, that's interest. It's the highest today that you're ever going to pay. The opposite of rents. The rent payment on somebody else's money, that interest is only going to go down. That's because you're going to refinance that rent payment and pay less in the future.
So if you have a renter's mentality, awesome, keep renting. Just rent money, not houses. Does that make sense?
Seriously, put that in a poster on a video right now. Rent money, not houses. It's better for you. Let me explain why. It's really a great point. And here's what I do. When you do it, share it with your clients and start conversations.
Now, this story might transition awkwardly based on what we just told you, but guess what? It's never been this much more expensive to own a home versus renting a home as it is right now.
Now, these points aren't at odds with each other. They're intellectually consistent, okay? Renting buku bucks right now, right? What's the reason? Let's check with Mr. Obvious before we get to our point here.
According to Matt Van,
Mr. Obvious,
Senior Director and America's Head of Multifamily Research for CBRE, quote, "We have a supply shortage of for-sale homes." And then we saw the Fed start to raise rates. So really, it's the mortgage rates that are contributing to a tremendous amount of that premium today.
Listen, this is great though for us, right? Buy a house today while rates are high. That is, of course, if you want to get a great deal. Share this message because it's going to catch people off guard because it doesn't make sense upon just a cursory examination, does it? Well, that doesn't work. So it's going to start a conversation for you, and that's the beginning of something good. A conversation that will get you closer to a transaction that will close probably, I don't know, sometime around Valentine's Day. Have the conversation today. Just do it. Hope this helps. Hey, listen, loan officers, if you're looking for a new and innovative gig in the mortgage brokering space, I think I ran across something that you might like. If you want to hear more about it, just fill out the information down below and we'll have these guys reach out to you.